Let me know if you can't hear us out there. I'm still working with this encoder, y'all. You know, when you're dealing with technology, you know how technology works sometimes. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. Oh, yeah. Today is Make That Money Monday. Blessing to be alive, y'all. Oh, yeah, let's be intentional today. Let's make that money, y'all. Oh, yeah, let's do it honestly. Yeah, I'm going to check everything real quick. Make sure that we're on all platforms. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt, again, today is Make That Money Monday, so be intentional today. The president did do a executive order. I think the benefits is going to continue at $400 rate. In relationship to unemployment. And so stay tuned for that. DB employment is going to be like at around a $400 rate versus $600 rate. All right. Cool. If you guys are having any problem out there, anything domestic, oh yeah. So we'll make sure that you guys be aware that you can go to Douglas County website. You can get mortgage or rent assistance there. They have funds through the CARES Act to help people in the community that are dealing with eviction. So if you know a website, they can get some help there in regards to their rent or evictions. Also, there is help for landlords. I know landlords, but they have bills. Everyone has bills. So make sure you guys pass that information on. Go to Douglas County website. They can help you find the funds to help you with. Oh yeah, my alumnus. What's up, Ms. Clayton? My alumnus is running. School board is starting back, and I know it's a lot of pressure on the school board, but as was the superintendent for going to remote, and people want sports, and I want sports too. However, you got to caution on the side. You might as well err on the side of caution. And then also, I blame you, those that have not wore a mask. You're going on. It's because those people aren't taking. However, do you care about your neighbor? This is what this is all about. And so America and Brazil, y'all like to party. Y'all can't stay at home. And so you're dealing with the repercussions. Now, football season's not going to be here. Oh, yeah, for those Husker fans. Oh, yeah, for all those Husker fans that have not worn a mask. Phil Rooney was here just last week. It basically almost doubled in a white population. Omaha is in the top 10 right now. You know what I mean? Omaha is in the top 10. And just look at the statistics. So the statistics are going down in the minority areas of the community, but it is doubling in the white community. Now, we got all these Husker fans. Everybody want to watch Husker football. Now, we got all these consecutive sellout. You know who's going to stop it? Oh, yeah, my man, God. Oh, yeah, God and Mother Nature is just that simple. It's very simple. You got all these Karens running around here. I'm American. I don't have to wear a mask. I'm Karen. I think that's how they coin the females that don't want to wear no mask. Numbers don't lie, y'all. Numbers do not lie. Make sure. What's going on, man? What's up, Hugh? Oh yeah, B&B Boxing Academy. What's up, Roger? Make sure, you guys. Make sure you pass on the information again about rent assistance as well as mortgage assistance. You can go to Douglas County website. Also, you can call 211-211. That's the number for anything domestic. We want to make sure that we continue to pass on information that's going to help out our brothers and sisters, without a doubt. You listen to 95.7 The Boss. Like I said, President Trump signed an executive action. He extended unemployment benefits at $400 a week. He discouraged evictions. He has also deferred the student loans through 2020. Also, he deferred payroll taxes through 2020 for Americans making less than $100,000. Now, that's a big move for those making $100,000, less than $100,000. That includes all of us. All right. What's up, Barbara? What's going on? How you doing, Miss Mitchell? All you order payroll tax. You will be getting no payroll tax for the rest of the year. So when you're working, the feds are not going to be taking out payroll taxes. All right. Also, they're going to continue the unemployment benefits, but it's going to be at the $400 level. All right. Getting about people politics. One thing that Sonny Foster, for those that do not know, was a black man who led Ben Nelson campaign. Oh yeah. Ben Nelson had a black man as a campaign manager to lead his campaign. And funny, saw me and I was interested in politics, so he took me under his wing. Sonny Foster died shortly after that, but before he died, he taught me, as well as Chris Rogers, because Chris Rogers was in the room. He said there's no permanent enemies. There's no permanent friends. There are only permanent issues. So let's stay focused on the issues. Let's not get tied up and emotional with what politicians do or don't do. I'm just encouraging you guys to do what you should do. All right. So let's stay focused on the issues. Let's not get emotional in that. All right. So again, President Trump, see, I don't like to just keep bashing on people. So the president do some good things. It's a good thing. So we're going to highlight everything he does. And this is a good thing for those that are making less than $100,000 for the remaining of the year. Trump order defers all payroll taxes through 2020. And that's big. That's really big. Those people that make it less than $100,000. And that's more. That's majority of the nation. You know what I mean? So let's give due when it's due. Also, he's going to rate versus the $600 rate. All right. And this is by executive order because right now, Congress can't pass anything right now. Congress, the Republicans and the Democrats on both sides are not passing bills. They're not doing any bipartisanship. This is the reason why we sent those gentlemen and ladies there. The reason why. What's up, Miss Lewis? This is the reason why we sent them there, to do our work. But you know, they clowning. They clowning up there. They getting paid by lobbyists. See, I go to Washington, D.C. Oh, yeah, I go to Washington, D.C., man. You know, it was built by our people. All those statues are marble, built by our people. So if we're going to do anything during this pandemic, we need to participate in the process. So like my man Ricky Smith says, even if you mail in your ballot, vote up and down on the backside. Local elections count, without a doubt. You got to vote locally because local politics affect us daily. With executive action, things are moving quickly because of this pandemic. So now God has rearranged your priorities. So it's all about action. So the action over the weekend, dollars from the federal government, it has been reduced from $600 to $400. Those that are receiving unemployment benefits still will be receiving a little extra amount to help you pay with those bills. All right. Also, just want to make you aware, if you're dealing with any other problem, 211, it is the emergency. Come back with you. This is a group called Wakanda One, y'all. We're gonna go Omaha style. We're gonna go Wakanda One. My girl Stephanie Boy, my man Arno. Oh yeah, we're gonna back it up like that, y'all. Boss with me.
YBV, young black visionary, YBV, YBV. I see the light and we walk into it, tapped in worldwide. Hot power, listen to this mind shower. And meditation deep, then it woke me on my sleep. How we still ain't make that leap to where we supposed to be. Could it be a lack of empathy for one another? We bear fruit and we chopping down a tree. Meaning once we taste success, we forget about the rest. Sip until nothing's left, then board a private jet. Nah, that ain't it. We clasp hands like vice grips. We pick each other up more than little babies, kids. If I got it, you get it. If you need it, I lend it. If you hungry, we split it. One important thing for us to see is manipulation through music, news, and TV. Sports and entertainment, those the lanes to aim at. Very few gon' make it. False scarcity, all we see. Whole new age, agrarian sound. It's a whole new age, agrarian sound. Whole new age, agrarian sound. It's a whole new age, agrarian sound. YBV, YBV. YBV, young black visionary, YBV, YBV, YBV. We good people. Why they wanna put the squeeze on us? In their mind, they own us. In our minds, they owe us. For years, they preyed on our fears and we let them. To put it mild, forget them. No more shall we let them. Furthermore, we a blessing to our people that's stressing. And the young adolescents that just need some direction so they don't feel alone. No, they belong to a tribe. It's Wakanda One, supplying plenty food for your mind and a vibe for your spirit. In your heart you can hear it. Not some hocus pocus, just a little reminder. Stay focused on the task at hand, so you can stand firm. Walk through a whole furnace, but still don't burn. We build for it tough. Faith opens real doors. We walk through them. Now we running, about to take flight or something. Young black visionaries matter. This is just a sample platter. We got more in the kitchen, serving a whole lot of vision.
YBB, 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 Aquarian sound. Black visionary.
One for all of my young black visionaries, yeah.
From the day that I met you, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to fall in love again. There was something about your style that made it all worthwhile. How do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'll write a 4-page letter. Me and you was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me was in love like it was the 90s again. Hey, can't you see? We were made for each other. It's plain to see, it's destiny. We're made to be. You are my homie, always there for me. But how do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm write a 4-page letter. Me and you was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me was in love like it was the 90s again. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Ooh. So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm right a 4-page letter. Me and you, baby, was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me, was in love like it was the 90s again. Oh. I hear you crying, struggling, trying to get through this time. Good days are coming, bringing you joy and a little peace of mind. I know that life can be unfair. I know you feel deserted by the ones who pretend they're on your side. The world has heard the words they say, the endless lies that all will be okay. How can something like this happen today? I hear you crying, struggling, trying to get through this time. Good days are coming, bringing you joy and a little peace of mind. I know that children are dying. I know your happiness has come within. Oh, I feel a little weak, tired of all the violence of this world. I feel such a shame inside. Oh, the shame in my heart. There has got to be a way. Crying, struggling, trying to get through this time. In a little bit of time, I hear you crying. They're coming. People watching their dreams fall apart, screaming to you with all their heart. I'm alive, but our leaders can't be found. People pray with all their strength, wanting only to leave again. When and where, I don't care. It is time to tell the truth. I hear you crying. They're coming. I hear you crying.
Oh yeah, that's my man. That's my man Arno. Oh yeah, national artist from Omaha, Nebraska, Hall of Famer, without a doubt, man. This is what we do. We play Omaha style music. If you got some music, send it to me. Send it to me. My email is William King Jr. Jr. for Junior at yahoo.com. Send it to me. Get you on the air. I know I'm slow. But I'm good to go. Oh yeah, I've been reading. I want to encourage you guys to read. I was reading, the Omaha World Herald. We're just talking about, high school. But, the Big Ten is also preparing to punt college football for 2020. Oh, yeah. When science, these are the repercussions. Things get canceled. So we just talked about, Nebraska football, people not wearing masks. I'm American. American. Okay, American. That's why you on the rise. Can't travel. No one want to accept American travelers. Oh, yeah, but you American, huh? So I want to encourage the people that appreciate science, appreciate our brothers and sisters that have gone to school and sacrificed to learn the disciplines of science. I'm encouraging everyone who can, hear our voice to, stay quarantined. If you do go outside, wear your mask. I know it's hard to eat, when you're in a restaurant, but I try to go to restaurants that have waitresses and the people have masks on when they cook, because we still want business to stay open, but we want to make sure we spend money with those that are thinking about our health. So American is on the rise. Omaha, Nebraska is in the top 10 for our cities per capita. I've gone out to different areas of the city, mainly in West Omaha. They do not wear their masks out there a lot. Phil Rooney from the health department indicated that the virus almost doubled in the white population. I was downtown this weekend, down the old market, and I seen a lot of people not wearing, masks, and they were in bars downtown. And so all you guys, everybody said you're tired of being quarantined. You want school not to be remote. You want to see sports. You want to see Husker football. None of that's going to happen. Shut it down. It's happening. It's a reflection of people's behavior. I encourage those that appreciate scientists, make sure you continue to practice great hygiene, not good hygiene, great hygiene. Wash your hands. Make sure if you go out in public, practice social distancing. It's for the safety of you and others. Love thy neighbor. Isn't it what y'all Christians talk about all the time in y'all Bible? Practice it. Do it. Love your neighbor. Young people, if you got older folks in your family, older folks are dying from this. People are getting sick and are finding out that there's repercussions after people get the virus, as far as their brains, their lungs, other organs. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. So I encourage everyone to, stay still. Stay still. God is on earth. Make sure you have an X on your door. Obey. But also, this is a time to reinvent oneself. This is the game changer. Those that had all the monies, had all these businesses and et cetera. No, they not doing too well. Look around our community. There's major businesses not opening back up. Major businesses. So that's possible opportunities, because we've got a lot of restaurants, a lot of businesses that are vacant right now. We need to be collaborating to see if we can develop our own restaurant, like a Peachtree down in Kansas City, something like that, where they serving you. So let's be wise as we move, y'all. You listen to 95.7 The Boss. It is 7:35. It is Make That Money Monday. We want you guys to be on purpose on making that money. Like I said, President Trump signed an executive order deferring payroll taxes for the remainder of the year. Also, he's looking to add evictions. He wants to discourage any evictions. Also, if anyone has student loans, there'll be a deferment on those loans. Also, if you're receiving unemployment and you were worried that the $600 that the federal government was providing was gone, it has been moved from $600 to $400 by executive order. So the extra funds from the federal government will continue if you're receiving. Oh yeah, if you are receiving unemployment. Oh yeah. Also, what's your feelings on the mask mandate? I mean, it has came to this. Thank you, Ms. Clater. It has came to this where they're gonna have to have a mandate because people, because y'all are Americans. Yeah, you're Americans acting like little children. That's how Americans act sometimes. Oh, can't get away. So we're gonna bomb somebody. That's childish, man. Childish. But these are the repercussions of one's behavior when you have half of the population feel that they shouldn't wear masks, and they are spreading it. It's been spreaded. It has doubled here in Omaha in the white population. Of course, those on the front line are still endangered. Police officers, firefighters, nurses, doctors, restaurant workers, Uber drivers, taxi drivers, bus drivers. Oh yeah, those that are in the transportation, construction area, food processing area. Those individuals are on the front line and are in constant danger of, attracting the virus, and we have to show a little bit more appreciation for their sacrifice. Also, teachers, environmental professionals that are in school settings, the hierarchy that are making decisions, so the teachers can stay safe, because teachers have families also. We have to be conscientious. I don't have a child in high school or junior high, so I don't have a bone in the fight. Tough decision, but it's a decision on siding on caution. If you're gonna have an error, you might as well err on the side of caution. So shouts out to our school superintendent. Shouts out to our board for looking out for the students versus athletics. And I'm an athlete, but we got to stay alive. Got to stay alive, y'all. So since there's no sports and games, since there's no sports and games, we have to guide our young people towards their God-given talents. Without a doubt, baby. We got to guide our young people towards their God-given talents. It's gone back to that form of education, y'all. It's back in the cellular days, back in the 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, 1500s. Oh, yeah, we had to educate your own children. Oh, yeah, it's become that way. So everyone's at home. So let's pull our resources together. Let's challenge self. Let's challenge self. Incredible things have been happening even during this pandemic. Let's challenge self. Also, let's continue to participate in the system. The census is here. We have to participate in the census. That also matter. Every census that is submitted represent $2,000 per person. That comes back to the community. Yes, real dollars that funds our schools, our roads, our hospitals, funding of senior living, etc., etc. But if you don't fill out the census, how will the federal government know if we have a high population of elderly or a high concentration of individuals that are struggling with economics, that are in poverty? So how will they know where to allocate those dollars? The only way they know is through the census. All right. If you undocument it, you have to be counted too, because they're using the resources, they're using the infrastructure. If we don't count them, less money is coming to this community, but yet you still have the undocumented using the infrastructure. Count everyone, more money comes back to your community. Stay in the community. Deal with immigration. That's why you guys vote. That's why you guys vote. Tell your people that you voted for, the Republicans and the Democrats, to do some more immigration. That's another subject. All right. So in the meantime, we got to make sure that all the resources that we need come to the state. Omaha, Nebraska didn't get the $500 million that it was, I think almost $1 billion. It didn't get from the feds. You know, reason why? Because our population was below 500,000. You had to have a population of over 500,000 to qualify for that monies. Nebraska, Omaha were just a little shy of 500,000. But if people participate in the census, it'll be a game changer. We have to participate. Voting is coming up. We have a lot of people that are registered but don't vote. They don't vote, don't participate. We have ballots now. You can mail-in ballots. I encourage you to call the election commission. Yeah, the Douglas County Election Commission. Get your early ballot now. Request an early ballot and fill it in, and so you don't have to worry about the pandemic. These conspiracy theories talking about this fraud and stuff. Come on, man. They're going to send you a ballot specific to your address. You specific send it back with your information on it. You put it in the mail. There's nothing safer than the United States postal system. Period. Now you have rogue workers sometimes, but nah, the system itself is safe. So I encourage you to get your vote by mail ballot called the Dulles County Election Commission. They will send you out a ballot, or they have ballots in the community, but I think they'll mail you out a ballot. All right. So let's participate in the process. This is the only way we're going to change our destiny, is to participate in the process. No more sitting on the sideline. No more sitting on the sideline, y'all. We have to participate. Shouts out to everyone that have stepped up their game. Without a doubt. Shouts out to everyone that have stepped up their game. Oh, yeah, we need game changers right now. It's 7:45, y'all. August the 10th, 2020. It's a blessing to be alive. You know, we got people that run for Congress. My man Bacon, Sister Eastman. How much does endorsement matter? Look at Nebraska's 2nd district race with Bacon and Eastman. So, you know, both of them are, you know, our current Congressman Bacon and Miss Eastman is bidding for to represent us in Congress as our congressman or congresswoman. Bacon has gotten a lot of endorsements from Democrats, even though he's a Republican. So, yeah, he has gotten a lot of endorsements from Republicans, which is a surprise. So check out the Omaha World here. I'm reading it now. Also, the UNL system, the Nebraska University system, struggles with recruitment and retention of Black and Hispanic professors. You know, everybody got to look at equality these days. I don't know why it's so hard. We got a lot of intelligent wealth. We got a lot of smart people over here. I'm encouraging us, you know, since, you know, these systems, these CEOs said they wanted to do something for Black folk. I encourage us to develop plans to develop your ideals so we can submit them for financing or guidance or some kind of support. So let's participate in the process without a doubt. All right. Cool. Make sure you guys, again, call Dulles County. Dulles County is stepping up. Dulles County did get coronavirus money. Again, I'll remind you, Dulles County did get coronavirus money. And so let's get it done, y'all. What's up, Robert Anderson? Miss Lewis? Oh, yeah. Brother Anderson, I need a DJ. What's going on with y'all today, y'all? Today is Make That Money Monday. Let's be on tension. Let's be purposeful on making that money. Just want to let you know that President Trump, signed an executive order to extend unemployment benefits at the level of $400 a week. It's been decreased from $600 to $400. But for those that were worried that they was going to lose that extra income while they were searching for a job, that income will continue from the federal government. Also, payroll taxes have been deferred until 2021. So if you're working, if you have a job, payroll tax, you will not. They will defer all your payroll taxes now, which is a good thing. It's a good thing if you're making $100,000 or less. And that's the majority of America. That's going to reach tens of millions of people. With that executive order, Congress is not doing what they should do. Trump, as well as his predecessor, President Obama, has decided to move things by executive order from the president's desk, bypassing Congress, because Congress aren't passing bills right now on both sides. They're not working for us. A lot of people don't know Democrats were the one that stalled the $600 payment. Oh yeah, you're Democrats. Republicans, we push for it to continue. They negotiated at, so the president had to step in and make it $400. Just want to keep you guys abreast of what's going on, so you don't get tied up all in emotion. Remember, there's no permanent enemies. There's no permanent friends. They're only permanent issues. As we move forward through this pandemic, it's going to continue. School's going to be remote. Let's keep our eyes open, y'all. Let's keep our eyes open. All right. Just real quick. Let's see what I got going on. We're going to give praise to God this morning, y'all. Boss with me.
There is nothing greater than the relationship I have with you. And through my situations, you've always been there for me to carry me through. The love you've given me is what opened up my eyes when I was blind. Now here I stand with a testimony, no doubt about it. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, thank you, thank you. Lord, we wanna say thank you for the marvelous things, for the marvelous things you've done for me. There were many times I laid awake at night wondering why things in my life just wasn't going right. I had to face the truth. I cannot do nothing without you. He's always there. He loves and cares. I know he's always there. His love is forever. His love so real, oh taste and see. His love is always real. Thank you. Every day, all we wanna say thank you. For waking us up this morning, we say thank you. For the marvelous things, for the marvelous things you've done for me. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. You gotta hold on, don't let him go. say again. He will take care of you. He will take care of you. Thank you. Lord, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. Lord, we want to say thank you.
Lights, camera, action, you want no distraction. You got my attention, cause you got the beauty of a goddess. Baby, you should model. Girl, I love your black skin, girl, I love your brown skin. Lights, camera, action, you want no distraction. You got my attention, cause you got the beauty of a goddess. Baby, you should model. Girl, I love your black skin, girl, I love your brown skin. Yeah. Girl, you should love your skin as much as I love your skin. Your beautiful, beautiful skin, that beautiful melanin. Created from brown sugar and warm honey, the greatest thing to bless the earth. Darker milk chocolate, girl, you elegant. Blessed with grace, toasted with beauty. Oh Lord, she's smart and beautiful. I want the world to know our queens are beautiful. Be weary of those who don't think so. Lights, camera, action, you want no distraction. You got my attention, cause you got the beauty of a goddess. Baby, you should model. Girl, I love your black skin, girl, I love your brown skin. Lights, camera, action, you want no distraction. You got my attention, cause you got the beauty of a goddess. Baby, you should model. Girl, I love your black skin, girl, I love your brown skin. Yeah. Juicy lips, thick hips, and you sun-kissed. You got a glow that's brighter than the sun. Some call it nappy, baby girl. You got pretty hair, Falani braids, got its locks, girl. You dripping on them. Shout out to my sisters, yeah, y'all dripping on them. Keep your head up, keep flexing on them. You a genius, go to college and get your degree, so you can write your own checks and buy your own things. Brown skin. Girl, I love your brown skin. Root for you, I'm your biggest fan. You got that beautiful melanin, yeah. Lights, camera, action, you want no distraction. You got my attention, cause you got the beauty of a goddess. Baby, you should model. Girl, I love your black skin, girl, I love your brown skin. Lights, camera, action, you want no distraction. You got my attention, cause you got the beauty of a goddess. Baby, you should model. Girl, I love your black skin, girl, I love your brown skin. Yeah.
This is Fresh.
Come on, shorty, let's have fun. We only live once. Relax and enjoy life while we both still young. You should be out here. He wants you boxed up. Wanna control you. Treat you like you locked up. Mama didn't raise you dumb. Mama didn't raise a bum. You better than that, you smarter than that. You can find real love, someone that's gonna have your back. Someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respect your word, someone who gon' put in work, be there when your feelings hurt. You need someone who supports you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to. Not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack, who wanna see you win, who really got your back. So can I get to know you? Can I get to know you? What will it take to know you? So girl, what you wanna do? I ain't trying to make you choose. I just wanna see you win. I don't wanna see you lose. 'Cause you got potential and meet your credentials. You wanna play games and mess with your mental. I know that you're tired of cheaters and liars. You need you a rider, a real provider, someone that respects you, never neglects you, be there to protect you, to hold and caress you. Someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respects your work, someone who gon' put in work, be there with your feelings. You need someone who supports you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to. Not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack, who wanna see you win, who really got your back. So can I get to know you? Can I get to know you? What will it take to know you? I do anything for you. All right, Omaha. We got some guests in the house. We're gonna keep it rolling though. It is 8:01. Oh yeah, my girl Tamara Barbara taste. Oh yeah, it's a good day to taste. Oh yeah, make that money Monday, y'all. Boss with me.
It's 2 in the morning. I'm up talking sexy with you. Right? Yeah. You know, when you bang my line, it's whatever you wanna do. Right? Love when you wanna get close to me. I need your energy. I want love when you turn me on, turn me on. I love when you tasting me, tasting me. You work it, babe, and you deserve it, babe. Love when you taste me, babe, and you deserve it. Love when you work it, babe. I don't want no one else. Keep it all for me, babe. Keep it all for me, babe. It's going down tonight. Come and pick me up. Come and fill this cup. Yeah, ooh baby, fit me in this ride. You know what's up. Meet me downtown. Gotta turn up this club. I want love when you turn me on, turn me on. I love it. You taste me, taste me. You work it, baby. Yeah, you deserve it, baby. Love when you taste me, you deserve that shit. Oh yeah, you work it, baby. I don't want no one else. Keep it all for me, baby. Keep it all for me in the morning. I'm up talking sexy with you. Right, yeah, you know, when you bang my line, it's whatever you wanna do. Right, yeah, you know, say that you needed me, waiting so patiently. I don't need no one else, so say someone else. Say you say someone else. I don't need you with someone else. Better expect me, babe. Better feel me, babe. I'm the type of woman I like to shoot. You know you like this freak, girl. It's a deal. You love this freakness from the back. From my back, and you know you cute the vibe. Gotta feel right when you freak me back. Gotta chill vibe when you freak me back. Now you wanna chill when you freak me back. From my back, and you know you feel me back. Hey. that you all on me. You know you act like you ain't know me. So I don't know you, but now you call me.
Look at this place. You are no longer the center of attention in this place.
Ooh, what is the deal with that look on your face? I'm really confused about that look on your face. In the space, throwing it up in the space. I am okay, give me space. Like, no way, I am not fading, no way. I'm facing my problems today. I'm moving fast, I let my car move it fast. Life is just moving too fast, and then I crash. I end up calling my dad and telling him about my past. Yeah. That's all she knows, that's how it goes. Start with them other hoes, sleeping with your other bros. Hoping the guy don't make the news. Close my eyes if you make the news. Looking like childish Dr. Seuss. Wait, and on it goes, and on it goes. Yeah, yeah. It goes, and on it goes. Used to act like you ain't want me. Now that I'm taking, got you all on me. You know you act like you ain't know me. You don't know me, I don't know you. Why you call me? What would you call me? What would you call me? Please don't call me. No, don't call me. Don't call me, yeah. Please don't call me, no. I'm not taking notes. I need space from the face. I'm erasing numbers. Doing fine, I'm great. I'm taking numbers. Putting stamps all on my passport. I'm making numbers. Yeah. Still on it goes. I gave you everything from rose to my show. Yeah. Know that you wish that you could turn the time. You would, baby. Even if I could, baby. Yeah. And on it goes, and on it goes. Yeah. It goes, and on it goes. You used to act like you ain't want me. I'm taking all on me. Oh, you know you act like you ain't know me. You ain't know me. I don't know you. What would you call me? Yeah, what would you call me? Please don't call me. Don't call me. Don't call me. You never call me. You never call me. Yeah, you never call
All right. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Oh, yeah, it is 9:08, y'all. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. I'm letting you know. Go outside, get your vitamin D on. You know, I got a little darker. Yeah, I got my white mask on so y'all can see me. Oh, yeah. I'm so dark right now, they call me blackness. Oh, yeah, without doubt, you know. But that's all right. That's all right. So I encourage you guys to go get your sun on because, you know, winter is coming. Oh, yeah, fall is here. Oh, yes, fall is coming, y'all. We got some guests coming up. We had a unfortunate event, you know, violence happens in our community, you know, on a domestic level. And so it happens on all levels. And that's the reason why we're going to continue our teen show. Oh, yeah. We're going to continue our teen show from the Step Up program this summer. And so if you're a teen, if you're interested in being involved with the teen show, we're going to at least want to have one or two representatives, a male and a female, preferably, from each high school. If you're from, it doesn't make a difference if you're from Miller, Papillia, North. If you're from Abraham Lincoln, it doesn't make a difference. If you're from Thomas Jefferson, if you're from W East, We're looking for teens to participate because we want to make sure that we give teens a voice. Oh yeah, baby. This is what we do here at 95.7 The Boss. Now I've been seeing other people, they've been copycatting, but that's all right. Y'all can copycat off The Boss. That's why we do it first. Y'all can copycat. You know, the first song that I wrote, it was in college. It was at a talent show. I was a senior, you know. The song was called Copycats. You know what I mean? Because the freshmen, they gotta look at the seniors, when you're a trendsetter, it's a thin line between love and hate. Thin line between love and hate, y'all. And so shouts out to the copycats. That means you are validating our bottomness. Yeah, I think that's a word. Bodyness. I think that's a word, y'all. We're gonna make it a word. That's in my dictionary. All right. So I think we got all guests in the house. Men, young, you know how these young ladies, they get mad at us because we late. Yes, yeah, they get mad at us because we late, because we're a little tardy. Just a little bit. I just want y'all to be conscientious. Man, we got a lot of stuff going on. That's why we tardy. I'm just telling all the women, just in case y'all didn't know this. Just in case y'all didn't know this, why men are consistently late. And this goes for all men, no matter what you look like. Men are always going to be late. Don't get mad at us. It's the traffic lights. Oh, yeah, traffic lights, our phone, batteries, it's all that stuff. All those variables, the kids. Them doggone kids make you late all the time. So, women, I just want y'all to be understanding the reason why we're late, because it happens. All men are late. It doesn't make a difference. Your son, they all gonna be late. Okay, so don't hate because we're late. We got a lot of stuff. So women, so when y'all understand what we go through, I just want just reminder. I ain't gonna point no fingers or nothing. We don't gossip over here. You ain't heard over here. We got some guests in the house here. They here. Oh man, I wish I had their prestige. They got their makeup artists and all this stuff. They got their publicists and stuff. It took me a long time to get them scheduled. No, I'm just having some fun, y'all. But we're gonna talk about something serious this morning. I'm gonna take we're gonna play a little music, a little track real quick, and then we're gonna be right back. I'm gonna set them up on the camera, and then we're gonna talk about a serious issue that's going on in our community. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about some serious issues that's going on in our community. We might as well talk about it. We know we quarantine, right? So let's talk about all our problems. Let's clean up our house, y'all. If Black Lives Matter, I'm pushing Black Love Matter, y'all, because it's universal. Let's try to get up everybody, get a big hug. Because a couple months ago when I posted something that Black Lives Matters only when a white person kills us, and then I got attacked all over. Everybody attacked me from Texas, everybody. But I'll let them know I work for God. Y'all, that's how it is. We got a lot of black people killing right now, and y'all ain't saying nothing. No one's protesting, nothing. Where are y'all? The one that got on me. Where are y'all? Yeah, why? Where are you at now? I don't hear y'all now. Y'all quiet because the black people killing each other. Oh, it's like back normal again. Okay, I'm gonna remind y'all. I remember who you were. I remember who you were. I told you we were a research station. I sometimes put out bait just to see who nibble on it. Oh yeah, that's what we do. We put out bait to see who nibble on it and see what kind of nibble is. Is it a positive nibble or is it a negative nibble? Oh, if it's a negative nibble, oh, you know what we do to the negative nibble? We feed them with a long handle spoon. Oh yeah, we still feed you. We still feed you, because we love you. We work for God, but we can feed way over there. All right. And so I just want to remind y'all that it's going to take all of us to heal our community. And so we got some healers in the community. they about it. They jump right into the mix when they see something wrong. These are the ethics that I learned in Hilltop Projects. If you see something wrong, you step up. Without a doubt, if you see something unethical, you step up because you know their family, their mother especially will gonna make sure they don't tarnish their name. And so if you see young people out there doing something mischievous, we have to say something. So these are the ethics that I grew up on. And so these courageous young ladies, they're young because they in the mix. Oh yeah, they're in the mix. And so these courageous young ladies, I just want to talk about their story, but also talk to you about something significant that happens in our community every day. We get all these videos that be posted all the time of violence in our community, fights and stuff like that. Sometimes you got adults encouraging it and bringing their young kids to encouraging it. You see it all on video. And so we want to promote Black love. And so what they did was actually Black love. They put themselves in a harm's way, but it was Black love. And this is what we need to start expressing more. So I'm going to let them slide on up. What y'all slide on up, ladies? So who's talking? I'm going to get this camera adjusted. All the lights and cameras, y'all. We getting in view. So as you see, we're practicing what we preach. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think I'm the oldest in here. Everybody else young is in here. I'm the oldest. Yeah. Yeah, I think I am the oldest. Yeah, I think so. You sure? They let me know I'm not the oldest in here, y'all. You said so that means I got to obey. That's what they're telling me right now already. I got all these matriarchs in the house. Let me turn the music down. Then we're going to get right into turn it down right here. All right. We got some guests in the house. We're going to talk about what they want to talk about. Ladies, I heard you guys had the experience. First, you introduce yourself, or we could have one person introduce everybody, and then we get right into the dialogue. So how y'all ladies doing this morning?
To wake up this morning. I'm Stacy Honeycutt. I'm the owner of Essential Years Child Care Center. And you are?
Thelma Simmons. I'm the owner and director of Element Learning Center.
Okay.
Shantae Paul, owner and director of Tiny Treasures Child Care.
Okay, so you guys are actually you actually take care of the next generation for real.
Yes,
we're
yes,
the
we do.
essential.
We're the essential child care workers. Yes.
Okay, so you guys are really on the front line for real.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Yeah. And unfortunately, we're not here to talk. We are actually here to talk love. The love that we have for our children and their learning experience. We're actually here to address the issue of teaching the kids. You had Kevin Bacon on, and he was saying that out of the 100% of kids, only 20% were staying home. And I was saying that 15% of those will be in childcare. But we know they just issued on Friday that the kids will no longer be going to school.
Right.
As of August 18th, they will be doing online schooling. And if you don't know, that means the child care centers will be responsible for the online training.
Oh, really?
Because most of the kids that are not in school are attending childcare. Majority of them.
Interesting. I never thought about that dynamic.
We are faced with the issue of having to teach these children without any resources.
Interesting.
And I'm gonna let Thelma kind of take that over because she's gonna be our spokeswoman today because she is incredible.
Oh, they say that, but I'm gonna try. Basically, I want to say thank you for allowing us to have a voice in the community, even though we've been standing. For us, spring break never ended. So we've had the children of the other level of essential workers, our parents who needed to continue to go to work to provide to take care of their families. So, in everything that's happened, we have stood without a question. You know, no matter what our children needed, no matter what our families needed, we reached into our resources to help our family because they are truly part of our community. So when you talk about that Black love, you have to love what you do in order to work with today's children, with
Without a
today's
doubt.
parents. You have to love it.
Yeah.
So the next level of this was the unknown to send the children back to school. So I think it's a real powerful statement that the superintendent made to hold on for a minute so we can kind of get a handle on this COVID monster that showed up. And he showed up in every phase of our existence. It's not a Black, it's not a white, it's not a Hispanic. COVID showed up and said, I'm showing out. And so now, with this new school year, our children are going to experience virtual learning. Couple of questions that's been asked to me. Just getting, I'm out in the community and I'm talking to some real serious people. And one person in particular asked me, have the children been taught how to virtually learn? I thought, well, that's interesting because we did summer school. In summer school, I only had 5 kids that were doing virtual learning in summer school. I can't imagine 55,000 children doing virtual learning without the technical support, without the community support, and without entering into a relationship with the public schools to provide us as child care providers with some resources and some technical support. Who are already performing at less than acceptable standards, and for them to lose a whole year of school, potentially a whole year of school, because they're going to lose it. Virtual learning doesn't accommodate the individual learning styles.
Right.
And so if I've never had a tablet, or in my school, the only time I seen a computer is when we went to the library, and that was for 20 minutes.
Right.
And now I'm supposed to spend 4.5 to 6 hours a day on a computer.
Right.
Guess where my mind goes? And I'm an old chick. I'm in my 60s. I'm going to a video game. I'm going to a website, even though they said they have those safety nets for the kids not to be able to access. These kids are masters when it comes to technology. They figure out things we haven't even thought about. So again, we're here asking for parent support first, because parents, you are the voice for your children.
Right.
We're asking for community support second. Community, we have to come out of our silos and come together as a community. That's what, in my mind, that's what COVID is saying to me. So that's why I'm reaching out. It's time to walk away from your individual silos, put all your grain in one silo, and let's start working to build a better community, and let's start working for these children. Because the virtual learning, it's going to be, I'm trying to remain optimistic.
Just to address your experience with the school board.
I'm trying. I've called. When she made that announcement that we would go to the 3-2 plan, I immediately got on the phone, called her office, and asked for a meeting. And I said, I'm coming as a community person because I'm the 50% of your plan.
Did you get any feedback?
None.
None. Okay.
Not yet.
And that's part of the problem. We have not been brought to the table. We have not been brought to the table at all to get to be able to voice our opinion on what should be done, because we are left with the 50% of the school age kids in our program, and not even to know, without any communication, no communication of resources, or how are we supposed to? We're already. Thelma was on the news Friday, and she was already voicing she's the van driver. She's the
Yes.
cook.
Right.
She's in the classroom giving breaks. We have a shortage.
That's
Yeah,
all.
we
For
have
the
a-
school age
yeah,
kids.
we have a shortage of staff right now because of COVID. Well, and not only because of COVID, because of the $400, $600 unemployment
Right.
payment. That people are saying, hey, I'm working more, staying home.
Right.
And so not knowing when they stayed home, we lost income because they cut Title 20 for those parents that were receiving unemployment. So we lost income there. We
Okay.
lost resources to even pay our staff. We did get a little bit of relief when they mandated that we could bill for some kids, but then unfortunately, most of those kids lost their Title 20.
So kids lost Title 20 during this time because
their
they,
parents received
Staying at
unemployment,
home,
staying at
receiving
home.
unemployment.
so they didn't receive unemployment. They got Title 20.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's it.
pretty much
For job search.
for job
But-
search. For
Okay.
job search. And so
Is that something that needs to be changed? Because we had a congressman in here.
you had Bacon in here, right?
Yeah.
And
So
I actually chimed in to say, why not? He was talking about the unemployment was basically paying out a $24 an hour
yeah, at 600. Yeah.
rate. And I chimed in and said, why not? He said that 20 was more reasonable. So why not what we pay, do a gap program, pay that are working additional funds that raise them up to $20.
Right.
Why they're still working, they're still making income, but to me, you're making a society of another form of slavery, another form of laziness to
yeah.
stay home,
A dependency.
dependency on the system.
And also not a dependency, but you're giving me another entitlement. You're creating another level of entitlement for me that, I'm entitled to that money. I paid into my unemployment benefits, but then when I look at your work history, it's inconsistent.
Right.
So again, this pandemic, it has had a ripple effect that everybody's trying to repair independently. It's not going to work unless we all come together.
Yeah.
And everybody has to come together and have a voice
At the
and
table.
say, this is what I'm capable of doing, and how can you support me? This is what you're capable of doing, and how can you bring those resources to me?
Okay. That's interesting that I never thought about it from a child care standpoint for those kids got to stay home and their parents got to go to work. They still got to have child care.
Yes.
And so you guys are going to have all those tablets in your facility. So you guys got to have internet. So that means you got to increase your internet speed, really, in order to accommodate all those tablets. So the OPS did get COVID money.
Yes, it is.
To help the children to access internet.
Yeah.
So
Build in internet in the computer.
Yeah. So there should be some type of dialogue where if because you're part of that network.
Yes.
You're part of that network.
When you say part, I'm going to give us 80% of that network because when I look at the children,
actually more than that now.
Yes.
You're actually 100% because they're not in the schools.
Right. I'm gonna say this. I have 5 friends that's teachers. I mean, these teachers are just getting ready to experience dealing with the kids. We've been dealing with the kids, like she said, since spring break.
Right.
Like sitting families with families, trying to tell the thumb suckers to go wash your hands after they touch their face and touching their books. So we've been hands-on with these kids since day one, going in and out of work every day, like taking whatever the families bring to us, we have to take it home, cleaning every 30 minutes to an hour. So this stuff that the teachers are preparing themselves for, we already been doing it since March. Hands-on, like they were saying that I'm very grateful for all the first responders, but we pretty much are first responders as well. I mean, hands-on with these children day by day, every day, cleaning 24/7, so this has definitely been like hard for all of us, but we're very grateful for the bill. I mean, to be able to do some of the things that we've been able to do, but we do need some help as well.
Okay. Well, oh man, I never thought about it for that because the dynamics from all the daycares and all the support systems that now is actually going to be that system of teaching now.
the system. We are the system.
We are the system.
We are the
And
system.
even with that, how do you in good conscience sit at a table when you don't have children or your children are grown and make a decision about a parent staying home with their children to teach? That is, how do you even comprehend that and then materialize that thought pattern?
Right.
The majority of parents that we work with are working not one job, they're working two or three jobs
Right.
just to maintain. You know, I was looking for that quick resource when I thought, oh, I'm going to quit these jobs and I'm going to get unemployment. Well, unemployment did a good job disqualifying people.
Right.
So now they're back proud of my parents for being there a year. But those are not the parents that have the flexibility financially to sit at home with their kids 4 to 6 hours a day and watch them on the computer.
Right.
It's just it's unreal. So we're preparing ourselves and have been even before they made this decision. We have a strong network. We communicate with each other. Yes, I'm the voice, but when I'm communicating for all of us.
Okay.
And so how do we take some of your resources that are sitting at home? That's another thing I experienced. Those teachers sitting at home with their own children. How are you teaching my children when your kids is running around?
Yeah.
And hold on just a minute. I said, hold on.
So how does teachers had their teachers teach their kids when they're supposed to be teaching?
Right. Or, you know, I have to take my son to the bathroom. He has to go potty. Excuse me. You're in the middle of a lesson with third graders. So their ability to wait on you, I'm finding that quite fascinating because everybody's picture showed up and the kids are doing everything while she's taking her son to the bathroom. I thought, this is interesting. So I called.
The real dynamic. I mean, that's real life. This real life. I mean, because you got to take a kid to the bathroom.
You have to. And this child was adamant about going to the bathroom. She said, no. I'm online with my kids. And he was like, but I gotta go. So it was funny for the kids, but it was disturbing for me because it's like, okay, you needed to send your child to childcare.
Yes.
While you do this summer school for your home, perhaps, and sit with your child while you're doing your work.
Right.
And how are we going to find out level of education our parents have to even be able to teach their children? That's very important. Like what level of high school or college? I mean, what level? How can they teach? Just say we got a parent that
they can't.
They can't help this child if they haven't completed a certain level of just a middle school or even high school. Let's just be real.
I mean, regardless, I mean, they can have a college degree, and I haven't taken.
Because that's not your area that you've been working in every day. You know.
Right.
So I just think altogether that this is going to be.
It wasn't a complete thought process to bring everybody to the table that had an input. I had a parent,
but I don't think they were ready to be in each other's face as well. I don't think that.
Well, you know, every school district is doing something different. I think Miller, they opened.
They started today.
Jesuit has still been doing school.
Jesuit's open?
They've been open.
And Mandela's still open.
That's good. That's good.
Well, we experienced the kids taking the mask off at daycare. We know it's not going to work. They take the mask off, you know. They play with each other's toys and books, and it's hard to keep them apart.
Yeah, I already know. So we take our masks when we adults.
Yes, exactly.
I had another issue that was interesting today. One of my parents came in. One of my parents came in. She said, "Daisy, I think I'm going to have to quit my job. My son is special needs.
Right.
How am I able to, she works from home. She says, my son needs one-on-one care. No, you cannot bring him to me. I cannot provide one-on-one care
for
special needs child. I can't provide one-on-one care for a kid that's given a laptop that doesn't know how to use it, know how to read. doesn't know how to, and that's one of the biggest issues.
And that's the reality.
That reality. Some of our kids do not know how to read.
Yeah, heck yeah, I already know.
And to be able to sit and us with limited staffing to be able to give this care, and then the ratio for school agers in our program is 15-1.
Mm-hmm.
And with us being having 2 or 3 jobs in the center, because I know I'm the van driver, I'm the cook, I do a classroom break, and to be able to hire and that's another thing, hiring. How can we hire when people are making more money sitting at home than looking for a job,
right?
Than wanting to work.
Right.
Then wanted to work.
And the other part of that hiring, we've already had a deficiency
Yes.
in qualified staff that help us meet the state standards and the needs. You know, I'm happy that the quality of care is being governed through the Step Up to Quality program. But it puts unrealistic expectations on small businesses such as ours to complete the training package, hire the individuals at those high level paying jobs, but then the interest. You know, we'll have some individuals working with the community college and UNO that are going to school for early childhood development, and in the middle of the stream, they change from early childhood development to education. So they no longer want to work in an early childhood setting. They want to go through the process to become a certified teacher. So, you know, we've already been experiencing that. But the mandates have not changed. These are the qualifications that the individual has to have in order to be eligible for you to hire in your center. I love it. But if you mandate that, then give me the resources, financial resources and technical resources to support that as a small business owner.
Who's responsible for that? Is that from the state level? Is that through the?
That's from the state child care licensing level.
Is that through the health?
Department of Health and Human Services.
Department of Health, yeah.
So you know, have you met the sister that's running it now?
I've had a couple of conversations with her, but I think it's time for us to have a conversation with her, a group conversation, because she's had a lot on her plate since she's got to arrived in Nebraska. But we're priority too, because what we're doing.
But she's accessible. And,
I know.
And I know she's accessible because she's been here. She called in. She might not know about this issue. I know right now they're expanding Medicaid. I don't know how that affects you guys or.
It helps because now we have staff that can receive some medical benefits because we can't afford to pay it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, when you have companies come in and they give you a quote as a small business, we're high risk.
Yeah.
Because of the clientele we serve, and 2, right now because of the age of most of our staff.
Yeah.
You know, I like the seasoned staff. I don't really want to work with the kids because it's like working with 2 levels of children.
Right.
But if there's an individual and there's always a flower in the pot that's ready to bloom.
Yeah.
If you nurture that person, you water that person, you take care of the person, even that young person, they, you know, they'll take the profession as a profession and not just a temporary stop.
Right. Okay. All right. Man, these are some things that needs to be discussed without a doubt. And so as school starts back, the dynamics. So keep us abreast of this because I think it needs to be some kind of liaison between the school system and the child care system, so they can see the needs. Because they got corona, so they should be able to help you with, especially with internet. You're going to have to raise your internet speed.
Yeah, and see, I never thought of that, but yes, we're going to have to raise it. We're going to have to, and that infrastructure is going to have to be built. Yes, it is.
It costs money on business side.
Oh yeah.
So
even having a business account,
business account costs money.
You know, it's costly.
Transportation costs money. That's just our insurance period.
So now I'll encourage you guys to see what I guess what other bills that you guys going to accumulate based off of you having to teach now, because you had to have manpower.
That's the biggest
to teach. So that's actually another person.
Yes, that's another person.
That's a wage. So I would put a budget together because you actually need enough person to actually teach those.
Not one, but you have to remember, we elementary, middle school,
we have
and
all of them.
elementary.
We have
every
level, kindergarten, first, second, and not to mention, we normally during the summer.
So I wonder if they got substitute program. They got substitute teacher program. I wonder if that can be some way introduced. Because they got substitute teachers.
Yeah, they do.
And it would be a nice introduction, again, if the public schools would pick up that expense.
Right. You have to pull money to pay these teachers. So why don't we just utilize these teachers and deploy one to each, maybe daycare or
one or two,
so they can.
Because our daycares are different based on the size.
Right.
And so based on my size, I could use easily 3 or 4 because of the different levels of the children's education. This is serious business, and these are our babies. And I'm willing to and have been making that sacrifice to bring my babies to a level of academic readiness, and not just meet the day-to-day requirements of having them sit on those laptops or on those tablets.
No, I wonder how they're gonna grade them because if the kid don't have the adequate Wi-Fi, or if they just don't have the resources for food. I mean, are they still gonna do food and stuff for the? Are they still gonna do food?
No,
we need to talk about that because the free giveaway
expense.
programs, most of those stopped last Friday.
Yeah.
What stopped last Friday?
They had some food subsidy programs that you could go to the schools and pick up the meals.
Oh yeah, all that stopped.
But again, it stopped last Friday.
Why would they stop it?
Because it was set up for the summer with the anticipation of kids going back to school. But this is another example of the breakdown in communication. If it's going to continue to occur, then tell us how we access that food.
Yeah, so they need to continue the food then, so kids can have food at home. Well, I mean,
now let's talk about kids having food at home. If I can't get my kids to school, how are my kids going to get to the school
to get the
and
food?
Eat? So that means you're saying as a parent, I'm going to have to say to my 9-year-old, my 11-year-old, my 6-year-old, and my 5-year-old. Remember, I said an 11-year-old in the dynamics of this. I need you to get your brothers and sisters up.
Yes.
At 11 o'clock, y'all need to sign off on those computers because that's what's going to happen.
The older kids are going to pull
that 11-year-old is going to assume the responsibility of all those siblings if I don't have daycare, if I don't have another option. And then I want y'all to walk down the street and go have lunch. And then I want you guys to walk back home by 12 o'clock. So you can sign back on. This is a scenario.
Right.
Ain't my job.
Yeah.
Because the liability and the safety of my children is priority. My 11-year-old, I want my 11-year-old to still be a child. And not an adult.
Right.
So when I take that responsibility back as a parent, because I'm the parent, these are my kids. The only way I can do that is to put us in a further downslide of poverty.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have y'all come black again because this is gonna be a continuous problem because we got thousands of children going back to school.
Thousands of children.
And everyone gonna have unique individual problems
and situations.
Yeah, and so I know for a fact some of this stuff can be universally solved, especially food.
Yes.
So food need to be delivered, just like maybe they can use the bus system since they get the bus system, and maybe the kids can go to the bus stop
and get the food. Excellent idea.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of this stuff seems like it can be solved if people sit down at the table.
And that's the issue. Sit down and talk.
So
Come to the table.
So I want to put it out. Ricky Smith was listening earlier. He's on the school board. I don't know if he's still listening. So I just want to encourage the bus system. I mean, if everyone listening, that's one way to solve it. You can put the food on the buses. The buses still could do their route. That means the bus people still have their jobs because we want to make sure everybody's still employed. To go get food.
Yes.
You have to go. So that kind of covers the transportation problem. Also, OPS need to really look at that COVID dollars and how they can help businesses, daycare, even people homes with internet bills, because internet bills are going to go up. You're going to have a higher speed. If you got 4 kids or 5 kids, or if you're in a daycare, I mean, you're going to have your speed going to increase, or it's going to be so slow that nobody's going to be able to do their work.
Right. And school will be over by the time they get signed on. By the time, if you don't have adequate internet.
Right. So
or Wi-Fi, but by the time you get through Buff, it'll be 3:00 and school's over.
Right, and then so there's a lot of
I
very
don't know what
variables.
they're going to do for as far as attendance too.
They
Because
say
even-
they're gonna, the kids when they sign in, they have it set up so they do daily attendance.
Okay,
I'm
so-
just thinking of the parents, because even for me this summer, I made the deadline that I wasn't accepting kids after 10 o'clock.
Right.
And they still kept trickling in 11:30. And we did school all summer. There was no break for us. It was school. And I'm like, your kid or I got up late. So they're not coming today, but they're doing school. This is school for them.
Right.
Is it going to be my responsibility? If that's the thing, is it going to be my responsibility to make sure that these kids are signed on every day because they're in my center?
Right. And then is it a training at home how to sign people in? Because I mean, when it comes to technology, and I'm in it, you still have to be trained, still have to be taught. And if you're elementary or if you don't know how to read, it's going to be a barrier. Then you got to teach that person how to, teach the young people. It's a lot of different variables. So I want to encourage everybody. I mean, everybody got to start wearing masks. I mean, America, y'all Americans, y'all arrogant. You know what I mean? So that's why we're in this problem. So God is on earth. God is on earth. So, hopefully you guys get an X on your door. If not, you will perish. And I doubt God is cleansing the earth. He's cleansing the earth.
It's a major reset.
Yeah.
It's a major reset.
Without a doubt. Mother Nature, she's purging because y'all been polluting her earth. I just want to encourage people to be safe. We got a lot of problems. For those problem solvers, please come, step forward. If you're on the school board, Rick, you're still listening, please make sure you get in contact with me to see how we can develop some liaisons between the daycares, because they're going to be the teaching force. They're actually going to be the teaching force. I never thought about that. You guys are going to be the new schools. So you're actually going to be the new schools, the ones that did quarantine, remember? And so
the ones they try to shut down for a second, try to shut us down for a second because they didn't bring us to the table to say how child care centers are ran. How are we set up? How do you run your classroom? How do you do this? But I thank God that we're the new teaching force, because I always tell people school is one fold. They're there to teach, but child cares are there to teach, nourish, teach morals, teach values. We do all that. We love on. You remember the day when at Howard Kennedy, our teachers loved us, and it's a different ball game now. And then they're teaching all kind of things at school. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And I want to say that we're not complaining because we're excited because we love our kids. We're excited, but we want to be able to give them quality care.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
And make sure that they don't lose another year or any time frame of their academic readiness for life.
Right. Yes. Without doubt. Oh man, that's a love that never move.
Love that never move.
Keep doing what you ladies are doing. You are necessary. If you guys wasn't speaking out, who would be?
Right.
And so sometimes the needle don't look like it's being moved. I guarantee you it's being moved without a doubt. And so we'll keep the conversation going. You make sure you guys keep the conversation going. I will get in contact with what's it, Danette from the state of Nebraska. She seems like she's very caring person. I will utilize her as the ally. I will utilize her as an ally and get a lot of stuff done.
In this time, if you want something done, you have to find your way to the top.
Yes.
And because the time is of the essence to climb the ladder.
You've already talked to her, so she seems like a person that want to do something different for the community. So
I do want to give a shout out to all the other child care centers. We belong to a child care association. We belong to the Northside Quality Child Care Association. I am asking other child care centers to please join us. So the more numbers, the greater force, that the more we can bring to the table as a unity. We do. There's what, 7, 8 of us childcare centers. But you know how many childcare centers are in North Omaha?
right. So you guys need to come together and
Collective voice.
and hire lobbyists.
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah, hire lobbyists, a lawyer that down lobby for you guys down at your camera. And that's what you guys. That's what everybody else did. And if everybody put $100 in, that should cover. That should cover you.
So that's where our fund. Deb Nair, do you hear us? That's where our funds should go. Deb Nair is the president of our and then we have Michelle Chapman. So that's where we need to put our funds. That we need to hire a lobbyist.
Yeah, honestly, because I go to DC and lobby. If you want something done, you better go. You gotta go to the decision makers. Everybody on the street,
right?
They got an opinion,
right?
Opinion.
Forget that.
Everybody has an opinion.
Nah, you better go where
no resources.
They got all that, but you better go where a few people are welcome. But you're gonna get through that door, and once you get through that door, you just express your feelings. Man, Northside Childcare. Make sure you guys. I'm letting you know that since I named it here first, you are the new educational institutions. And since you are the new educational institution, I would advocate to OPS that you should be getting a portion of that COVID money because you are an extension of the educational institution. Since they have gone to remote, now those individuals, those students now are now being displaced from this place, now are going to be going to your place, all the daycare. So you got to really look at that. And as a lobbyist, I would be advocating, maybe you should hire me. I would be advocating that OPS should be giving you a portion of those dollars to cover your costs, electric, water, electricity, Wi-Fi, food, and then also staff.
Yeah, and staff.
Staff. You're talking about 6 things that you guys have cost
every Monday. A teacher comes into lunch every Monday. A teacher comes into
kids are on the lunch program. I mean, I was thinking if they qualify for it, why not bring the lunch to where they're at? Although we provide good food for our children.
But regardless, when they go home,
but they have their home.
When they go home, though, I mean,
and even with that food program, the kids in the neighborhood that would not come to us. I love the bus ideal.
Yeah,
but we could also serve as a lunch satellite location for those kids in the neighborhood.
And the church and churches too.
And churches too. That can walk. They walk past my building and to go to school.
So they need to continue that summer program.
Continue that summer feeding program.
See, we solving all the problems for y'all. We solving all the problems
because we're already doing it anyway. I mean, we follow the guidelines through the state of Nebraska, so.
But he said something very powerful that we already knew. You know, that we are we're not the new educational system. We've always been an educational system. They've always just tried to label us as babysitters. But we've always taught. We always teach. But now now there's the verbiage with it that we are the new. But we're actually the old.
Yeah.
We're just
these are days.
Right.
These are the days.
These are the days. And while you're making this plan, realistically, I think we could do something powerful again if we all came together and said school won't start until January. If we start this virtual learning, because now we have to think of the stress and the trauma that we're putting out. Now we have to think of the mental health reactions of this that we're putting on the families and the children. You know, you talk about those domestic violence, you talk about child abuse, you talk about all those things rising because these kids are in these home environments separated. Now we got it. We can't just talk about it. Now we have to help them.
What you say?
Because they can't even, at school, they can't even visit the nurse or anybody to talk to them.
Yeah, you got to be about it. And
about it.
Community health agencies, come on out of your silo too, and help us. You know, we have staff. We have to worry about our staff every day.
The
I
stress
made it a
level.
point
Yeah.
when Charles Drew, when they made the announcement that the COVID testing was free,
Go get
I
some.
made it a point to make a phone call and say, how do I get my staff tested?
Right.
So the young lady was very nice, not very helpful. She was very nice and told me how we could follow this pattern. I said, but you have to understand, I'm an essential worker.
Yes.
I'm pulling my staff out of my center in the middle of the day for testing. So I'm going to tell you how you're going to do it. And so when I told her, I said, I'm going to get your contact. My staff will call you individually. You will set them up. They will do the test, and then
Each individual can make their own personal
yes,
appointment.
you had to. But she said, well, ask them all these questions. That's HIPAA. I'm not asking my staff those confidential questions.
Right.
You're the medical provider. So I'm going to give them your number.
And then you handle it from there.
And you handle it from there.
Right.
Now you have record, and it's legal.
Mhm.
We're going to do. So when she called me back and she said, wow, I want to thank you for that, because I shared that resource with everybody else. It was a free testing.
Mhm.
This is a contact person
Mhm.
at Charles Drew. This is how you make it happen. So all of your staff could get tested for COVID.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yes. It's a great
It is
idea.
8:57, y'all. Today is Make That Money Monday. The only way to make that money, you gotta stay healthy, y'all. You gotta stay
That's
healthy.
the only way.
Only way. So make sure that you guys continue to practice great hygiene, social distancing. If you're in public, make sure you guys wear your mask so we can stay. I think we need it the most, for sure. But no, I think everybody need it.
These black women who have to deal with these black men.
We all need. We
And
all
kids
say
24/7. And some parents are not even adjusted to dealing with their kids 24/7.
Yeah.
We're that buffer. You know,
Yep.
we take some of that off of them.
Yeah, so if your mothers are single mothers and you know sometimes you need a break, you need a hospice per se, make sure you utilize it. My mom always taught me, and man, this is she bats 1,000. When someone treats you good, you treat them better because one day you might need them.
Yes.
And so these are the time where you should not be. Well, these are examples of burnt bridges. You know, you can't call people
Right.
that can help. So I encourage you from this. God's give us a reset. Tomorrow is Tell the Truth Tuesday. Apologize tomorrow, whoever you need to apologize to.
Because you might need that.
Tell the truth or accept the truth, y'all.
Yeah, accept the truth. That's
So
a good
we can heal and start mending relationships again, because we're gonna all need each other help. Fathers that have been absent, man, this is the time to show up. I know sometimes you don't want to hear the verbs and adjectives that you get, but I mean, eventually those verbs and adjectives are going to turn to better positive verbs and adjectives. So man, we got to step up. If we have been absent, these are the time to make that call to our family. This is the time, you ain't doing nothing anyway, to help out with the education. For real. I mean, man, I pray that God get all of y'all fools that are not taking care of y'all children.
Yes.
Or reach out to your children. Reach past the woman
Reach past
and
the
reach
woman.
to your child.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
we work with those children
Right.
and live with those children who on Father's Day, they're confused. Who do I make a day card for?
Right.
But you tell me that I have a father. On Christmas, I have 4 siblings in the house, and one father takes care of his kids, and the other 3 they don't.
Right.
So get past the woman
Right.
and reach out to your children, because that truly is your legacy, and that's your next generation.
Right.
And everything you don't do for your children now,
Don't use your kids as bait.
as a pawn.
Yeah, don't do that. If you don't do, you can't see. Sometimes they're maybe not providing funds, but having a relationship with their kid is you can't just get back time.
Without doubt.
Get back time.
And most of the time, when fathers have their kids around, they're gonna spend money on them.
Right.
What they gonna do? Not spend no money on them?
Right.
I mean, especially if they're not an abusive father. So it goes both ways. So women, again, don't use your children as pawns or
We have
bait.
good fathers out here.
We do.
A lot.
I have 2.
With my own 2 boys, that's very good. with their children. They're in their 30s and they're great fathers. I've never really seen anything like it. I mean, but I guess they learn from their mom as well.
Mhm.
You know, when you give love as a mother to your sons, they can give back
Right.
to their children. So it has truly been a blessing watching my boys raise their children and other young men out here that's raising their children as well.
Without doubt.
I give thumbs up to them. But we have a lot of lazy mothers that's, you know, not doing what they should be doing as a mom as well.
Right.
You
Right.
know, it works both ways.
Yeah, without doubt.
And like Miss Thelma say, look past the mother and do what you got to do for yours.
Without doubt. All right. So men, women, we both got responsibility. Men, let's step up, and women, let's start opening the door. All right. All right. Because a lot of time, if relationships are over, it's then just focus on the children. That should be. Everybody make mistakes in relationship. It's in the past. Let's get over this pettiness. I mean, you're supposed to be adults. I mean, ants get along.
Yeah.
I mean, ants.
They work together.
They do.
I mean, I mean,
24/7.
you know what I mean? I be cutting the grass sometimes. Ants, I ain't gonna miss a Joe over there because they coordinating stuff.
Working together.
You know what I mean? One time I lift up a thing and they had all their eggs out, right? Because they, you know how you cover. I think I had some cardboard or some grass, and all the ants had all their larvae, which is egg ants. And so instead of me disturbing it, because all of them were working unison to put the eggs under the ground. So I let them do all it. About 5 minutes later, all the eggs were down below ground because they worked in unison. And so, I mean, if an ant could do it, man, why can't we?
But they know their role. Know what you can do and do what you can do. Just know your role. Just do what you know to do. You know, just do that. Do your best at that. If you know that you cook, make some meals and send them on over there to the mother. If you do this, do that. If you know her grass is 4 feet high, go on and over there and cut the grass. You know,
you don't even have to go in the house.
Just go on. Go and do that.
Yeah, without doubt. Yeah, that's how we used to do it.
Yeah, just do what you know to do.
All right,
just do that.
We'll have y'all come back again. Just kind of give us an update because this is serious. Especially maybe come back like a week after the school start. Just a week. Give us a week report. You know, just how things are going as far as with the children in regards to them getting acclimated with the technology. Some of the stressors of you guys dealing with some of the internal problems that we're dealing with Cox Cable or whoever else dealing with your internet service to make sure the kids get connected.
Right.
Maybe talk about some of the shortfalls between staffing, what's really needed, in regards to what OPS could service you guys, since you guys are you like the substitute teacher, you the new education system. I mean, you got to make sure the lesson plans, you got to make sure that they're attentive. I mean, you got to do a lot of stuff. Right. So we're gonna see how that goes and the cost of your business to do business from this point to this point. I would love just to hear an update. And so you can take that data and to OPS and say, well, these are the factors. This is the difference, or even after the month, to show your cost beginning of the month and then that first month is because you'll see the difference as far as cost wise, as far as food, et cetera.
The increase.
I would love to see that data. Then you can use that data and say, and this is what a lobbyist would say, because they'll need that data in order to present to the senators. So, all right, Omaha, Nebraska. In order to solve our problems, let's start using our intelligent wealth. We have so much intelligent wealth in our community, male and female. As we move forward with this school, I didn't realize that our daycares are really going to be the educational institutions, since they're going to be taking care of thousands of kids for real. They just moved from the schoolhouse to the daycare house.
Move away from that old stereotype of daycares, because it's a nice article, paraphrase daycare, and education. And then they show us how important education is. So the new thing is to move away from daycare and become quality childcare or learning centers. Where'd that come from?
Are you serious?
Wow.
Are we going through a...
Oh, it's a storm.
Is it?
Oh.
Wow.
I didn't read
That
about
quick.
it.
I think Mother Nature is
Talking loud and clear.
Oh yeah. I think she's not happy right now. So y'all better get your act together. Without a doubt. So be safe out there. The wind is really blowing out there. Be safe as you drive out there. It's really blowing. I don't see no. Is it supposed to be a thunder?
Yeah, it was quite warm this morning and at 5 this morning when I came out the door.
I've never seen nothing like this.
Whoa.
Are you serious? We in a windstorm.
Make sure you guys be safe out there. I haven't seen nothing. Let me turn on to.
That's neither. I don't see. We gotta get back to our daycare.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, we can.
Update.
Like they got a major. Let's see what's coming.
Oh, 60 miles an hour. Severe thunderstorm warning.
So, like the major stuff is to the north of Omaha, like in Blair, Tacoma, West Point, Ottawa, is actually